What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Rams preseason week 3 game preview video. Of course, this is my final Browns preseason game preview video of the year, which of course means the next time I do a Browns game preview video will be for week 1 as the Browns face off against the Cincinnati Bengals right here at the Dog Pound. And you already know, I can't wait for that one. Now, as much as I would love to just rip the Bengals to shreds in this video, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to wait until not next Tuesday, 2 weeks, when I do my preview video for the game. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it fun. Because I know y'all want to see me go in on a certain somebody. So what I'm going to do is this, all right? The more likes you guys give this video right here, the harder I go at you know who. So if this video gets somehow like 100 likes, oh, I'm going all the way in on that fool, man. For real. I'm taking the freaking gloves off and I'm tearing that asshole to shreds on here. This video gets like 5 likes, then I won't really go that hard. I'll just talk about the game and stuff, maybe throw some shots here and there. Because you already know it's a rivalry game, so I'm going to talk some shit, but like I'm not going to go serious. So, I mean, if you're being a serious person, I would suggest anywhere from, let's say, 10 to like 50 likes. Nah, just trolling ya. It doesn't really matter how many likes you give this video. I'm still gonna go in on that fool and that weak ass team in southwestern Ohio / Kentucky. It don't even matter. I mean, if you want to give this video 100 likes just for the hell of it, do it. I'll leave you for it. Anyways, let's talk about this game against the Rams. Now, actually, before I get into briefly talking about the game against the Rams, I got some news to talk about. Of course, the biggest news that came out yesterday, of course, was the Browns announcing their week 1 starting quarterback. And as we expected, it's Joe Flacco. As you see by the tweet on your screen from the Cleveland Browns official Twitter account, and I quote, Joe Cool leading the way. We've named Joe Flacco our starting quarterback. Now, don't get me wrong. As much as I would have loved to see Shador, Dylan Gabriel, or even Kenny Pickett go out there week 1 and put belt to ass on the Bengals, nothing is going to be funnier than watching old man Joe Flacco go out there and proceed to give the Bengals the whooping of a lifetime. Oh, I need it so freaking bad, man. Straight up. But yeah, it's cool. Joe Flacco, of course, was here 2 years ago. We brought him in straight off the couch, and the rest is history, right? He helped the Browns get to the playoffs, and then the magic dust ran out, and the offense, in fact, the whole entire team, turned into one giant pumpkin in Houston. Yeah. You could see the moment the magic dust ran out with those 2 pick sixes. That was when our season died, pretty much, right there. Yep. Those 2 pick sixes happened, and it was like, yep, it's over. We're really done. But hey, it was fun. Now it'll be interesting to see what Joe Flacco can do with a full training camp in a Kevin Stefanski offense. Now, before any Bengals fans want to come out here and talk crap to me, I mean, let's just sit back and reminisce about what happened the last time the Browns were using a Kevin Stefanski offense. I'm not talking about that Ken Dorsey bullcrap from last year. That was unserious stuff. I'm talking about what we saw 2 years ago. When the Browns went out and proceeded to put belt to ass on the Bungles, right? Yeah, that was fun. We honestly probably could have done it twice, but remember, last game of the year, we had already clinched a playoff spot, so we rested starters. Yeah, that was not so much fun. But that first matchup, oh, that was glorious. You already know. In fact, because I'm sure y'all probably forgot, you should look up and see what happened in that game. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. 2023. Yeah, let's see what exactly happened. Oh, I know what happened. The Browns beat the hell out of the Bungles 24-3. Yeah, I remember now. Week 1 in Cleveland. That was fun, Deshaun Watson was actually semi-competent. 16 of 29, 154 yards, 1 touchdown. Did throw a derpy ass pick. Nick Chubb, 18 carries, 106 yards. Of course, he's no longer here. It makes me sad. But yeah, just say this though. If the Bungles bring that defense that we saw last night to this game week 1, I have a feeling that game in 2 weeks is going to look a lot like what we saw 2 years ago, week 1. Oh, but the Bungles can score a lot of points. I mean, if their defense looks anything like what we've seen so far this preseason, and keep in mind, the starters haven't played really on the defensive side, and yet we're still getting after people. This might be the deepest defensive line we've had in a couple years now. I mean, we have at least 3 levels deep of just really good D linemen that we can use. We can just keep guys fresh all game long. That's gonna be fun. Of course, people have their opinions on Joe Flacco, talking about, oh, he only won the job because the others were hurt. Well, Mary Kay Cabot tweeted this out as Kevin talked to the media, and this is what she said, and I quote, Brown Stefanski stressed that Flacco earned the starting job and didn't win it by default because of injuries. Okay, I mean, he has a point there, right? I mean, after all, he did take pretty much the lion's share of first team reps all training camp. So, okay, that's cool. Besides, like I said before, I trust Joe Flacco way more against our first 6 opponents than the rookies. Because, like I said, Joe Flacco has been there and done that. Not to mention, he was only named the starter for week 1. So, literally, at any point, they could make the switch. Which I'm sure it'll happen soon. But, yeah, Joe Flacco is going to be able to hold it down until they make the change. He's reliable, at least, right? Now, another thing, this is about Isaiah Bond, who signed recently as well, officially. This is from Tony Grossi, and I quote, could Isaiah Bond play in the Rams game on Saturday after only 3 practices? Isaiah said, you'll have to see on Saturday. That's the goal. Like I said, I'm here to play. Now, people are talking about Isaiah Bond's little intro to his press conference. He definitely rehearsed that, but at least, he kept it low key, it's pretty much read a prepared statement. That's cool. That's cool. Essentially saying I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to let my agent and my attorney deal with that stuff. I'm just here to ball. That's cool. Now, some other stuff from Cam Justice. And I quote, Kevin Stefanski said Greg Newsome II is doing well as he works back from a shoulder injury. His workload will increase as they ramp him back up. And then, of course, because we can't go a practice without an injury, from Zach Jackson. And I quote, Denzel Ward was injured during practice today. Looked like right shoulder/arm. After several minutes of talking with trainers, Ward walked inside on his own. Now, I actually looked it up for more context. It was during, I believe, was it 11 on 11 drills? Kind of landed awkwardly on his shoulder. He actually went back in for another rep, but then the coaches took him out for precautionary reasons. So he'll be all right, hopefully. I tell you what, though, if he comes out tomorrow and, he's in a sling, well, then we're absolutely freaking cooked. Because already we're without MJ Emerson. Greg Newsom's still trying to come back from that shoulder, like I just mentioned. And now Denzel Ward's hurt. I swear to God, dude, we can't have anything good around this damn place, man, I tell you. Now, one more big thing regarding this game on Saturday from Tony Grossi. And I quote, Joe Flacco affirms he will play in preseason finale versus the Rams. So there you go. The starters will be playing at least a little bit on Saturday, which is cool. I like how they're doing that in front of the home crowd, too. As far as how many starters and how long, that's yet to be determined, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, if these dudes are banged up, they're not going to play. I don't know if we're going to see Miles and the entire starting D-line out there. But if they do play, it won't be for long. I know that much. Now, getting into this game, starting off, as always, with the what to watch for. Starters playing? Now we know, yes. How long? Who knows? I'm going to guess a couple drives. They're not going to be out that long. That's for sure. Number 2, last chance to show you belong. Especially for those guys at the bottom of the roster, fighting for one of those final few roster spots. And then, who takes the final roster spots? Right? Because again, just a reminder, just because you make the initial, keyword initial, 53-man roster after 4 p.m. does not mean you're safe. Technically, nobody's really ever safe. But you got to get through waiver claims on Tuesday. You get through that, you're pretty much good to go. Because, of course, remember, for as many players as you claim, you got to cut that same amount of players. So if the Browns just go ham, being as they have the number 2 spot in the waiver order, they can go ham if they want to. If they claim 6 or 7 guys off waivers, well, then they got to cut 6 or 7 guys. That's the brutal part about it, right? Because you need spots for them. And of course, once everything's all situated, they'll place players on IR, and then those players will only be out 4 weeks as opposed to the whole year. And then, of course, we got to see what other moves will be made as well. Because I could see Andrew Berry pulling off a trade where he sees a player that he really likes on another team, and he knows that player is going to get cut. But, of course, there's only the Titans ahead of him, so he figures, well, the Titans are probably going to want him. So I'm going to trade for him just to make sure I get him. Because based off what the Titans have done so far, they're probably going to be as aggressive as the Browns on waivers. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Now, my player to watch, it's Deontay Johnson. I know it's a random-ass player, but think about this. Look at our receiving core right now. There is really only, 4 certified locks at receiver right now? Judy, Tillman, Bond, maybe Gage? I was going to say freaking Luke Floria, but he's hurt. That's really unfortunate, though. But really, we only have 4 certified locks at receiver. And notice, not Deontay. Deontay is far from locked in. And of course, Isaiah Bond now, too. Yeah, that's the 4 right there. Yep. Gage, that's 5. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, it's Judy, Tillman, Bond, Thrash. Yeah, can't forget about Thrash. Those are the certified locks, in my opinion. Yeah. Tillman, Judy, Thrash, Bond. So if we carry 6 receivers, that's 2 spots open for everybody else. What about DeAndre Carter? He's a kick returner. His spot is on lock. I don't think we're going to see much of him at receiver this year. And then you have David Bell too, but he's currently injured. So it's really hard to say what they're going to do. My ultimate prediction for this receiving core is probably going to be as follows. Obviously, Judy, Tillman, Thrash, Bond, and then I'll say somehow Deontay makes it, and then Gage will get the final spot. So we'll see what happens at receiver, but that's probably the one position battle that I'll really be watching this week for sure. Yeah. And then getting into my prediction. Please get out healthy. It's that simple. Just get out of this game healthy. That's it. That's all. Keeping it simple. Get out healthy and get ready for week 1 against the Bungles when things get real. Because the last thing I need is for a player who is looking to get legit playing time this year get hurt. Just like MJ. Right? He was looking like he was going to be cornerback 2. And then bang, injury. Can't lose another one. We already got Greg just coming back soon, and then Denzel gets hurt. I don't think Denzel is going to be out too long. I don't know if he'll play this week, but I think he'll be good to go for the Bungle game. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But like I said earlier, though, you want to see me go in on a certain somebody, be sure to give this video, I'll say 10 plus likes. Yeah. After 10 likes on this video, the more likes I get after 10, the harder I will go at you know who. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's simple. Just look on my channel. You'll see videos talking about him. Me and him have been going at it for a while. He's so delusional. It's so funny, though. It's so funny to mess with him. You know, I like to troll him a lot. It's just so funny, right? He's so unserious. But yeah, guys, with that being said, final preseason game coming up on Saturday at 1 o'clock. I'll be live. Hope to see you guys there. With that being said, as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I'll see you guys later. Not going live tonight for the Guardians game, but I will be live tomorrow with my guy JB Taylor on his channel for Parker Messick's Major League debut. Yeah. See you guys then. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.